This is the first video in my series, Women of the Veil. They're referred to as Women of the Veil simply because they represent the veiled Isis, the hidden mysteries that shall be revealed through the divine feminine. So we begin basically at the top with Shush'Al'Mundra. She's not a historical figure that you would know about. However, she is the only, thus far, incarnation of what Thoth calls the 13th living crystal skull. So in order to put her in the proper context, I need to tell you a little bit about the 13th living crystal skull, which is really quite a mystery, even to me. There are a lot of aspects of it I'm sure I do not understand at this point, but Thoth has referred to her for many years. And so I'm going to just give you a brief understanding, as best I can, of this entity. We have a synopsis here written by ChatGPT-4, analyzing all the material I have on that subject from Thoth. And I thought the synopsis would be a good place to start. So this is the synopsis from ChatGPT-4 given on it reading all the material that Thoth gave me, the transmissions, on the 13th living crystal skull. So here we go. The 13th living crystal skull, named Inlakech, occupies a pivotal role in esoteric teachings as a symbol and instrument of cosmic and spiritual evolution. It is prophesied to be born by a female and serves as the capstone to the 12 dweller crystal skulls, collectively embodying the consciousness of the 72 Metatronic crystal skulls. These skulls, connected to celestial realms and sacred earth sites, function as crystallized libraries of spiritual codes crucial for Earth's ascension and humanity's awakening. Inlakech, deeply intertwined with prophecies and future events, is integral in meditations and rituals aimed at aligning with higher frequencies and fostering planetary and personal transformation. This concludes the synopsis. There's obviously a lot more to be said about the 13th living crystal skull. Her return, embodiment, at a time that will be crucial for the planet. And Thoth does not elaborate on that cruciality and what that really means and when that will occur. Focusing now on Shush'Al'Mundra, and he has stated to me that she was the only, up to this time, incarnation of the 13th living crystal skull. But even then, he gives a caveat to that, because he states that while she was incarnated in Inlakech, only an aspect of her being was, not the full complement. That comes at a future time. Will it be in the Pyramidus Radius aspect of our experience here, as that frequency vibration builds, which he calls Pyramidus Radius, or will it be when we transcend into the new Earth star? I do not believe it's the latter, because it indicates, his translations indicate to me this is part of the impetus, the energy that's given to that frequency that allows us to reach light principle 40 and move into the new Earth star vibration. So it's previous to that. I'm feeling that it will be either just prior to or in the modality, the full modality of the Pyramidus Radius matrix. In 2006, I was trying to bring forward the faces and identities of ancients from the past. And the only way I had to do that, other than to sit down and do an organic drawing that I was not willing to do, okay? That's just not where my talent lies. I mean, I can do it, and it hasn't been too bad in the past, but it takes too long. I needed something faster. So, even though it wasn't fast, it was faster than drawing a whole sketch. And I went into Poser, the primitive Poser at the time. It's an art 3D modeling thing. And I did my best to create these images. Well, I look at them now and I almost cringe compared to what, can be done technologically speaking with the AI art. But at the time, it was the best I could do, and I didn't think it was too bad in that era when that was all I could do. So here she is as I created her in 2006, Shush'Al'Mundra. Now I know it's very primitive, but I felt that I got the actual, the bone structure, the more or less look of her and the feeling of her in this image. And I really worked to get this. I say it was easier than doing a whole portrait, but that would have taken maybe days, and this took hours. So here she was, and that was the best I could do. But now, with AI art, I knew I could do better. Not by just starting from scratch, though. What I can do in Midjourney is take this image, place it inside in Midjourney, and ask it to recreate the face that it's seeing in the image. Now, by recreating, it's not going to, do this primitive version. It's going to use its own talents, but it's going to see the bone structure, it's going to see the essence of it, it's going to see, the size of the face, the nose, everything, and it's going to recreate it in a much better way. Hopefully, that was my hope. So, in doing this, I would be able to bring her truly to life. I asked for Thoth's presence, overlighting the Thoth extreme overlighting, so that it would work even better in my understanding. And I did some magic on it, and I brought the image forth. And this is what happened. When I saw her in her true form, or at least as true as we can get with this technology, which I think really is pretty good, I was amazed. I just got chills. There she was. She came to life for me. So now I read to you from my 2006 article on Shush'Al'Mundra, based, of course, on Thoth's presentation of her to me. Shush'Al'Mundra was born in a sacred cave of a mountain then called El Jardín, in which is now Lycia, Turkey. I may be pronouncing that wrong. It's Lycia, Lycia, Turkey. Some 1500 BC. She was the offspring of a priestess of Mula, Lemurian mother goddess, and a solar immortal from the blue star Rigel. Shush'Al'Mundra was an immortal as well. She did not age and could, if she wished, ascend the body when she left her incarnation. However, she chose, as a number of solar beings did, to leave her form in a state of suspended animation inside the great natural chamber of caverns beneath her cave of birth. The purpose of this was to keep active the vast star codes of her body contained for the future formation of the New Earth hologram. This soul's incarnation as Shush'Al'Mundra was her only incarnation in the dense physical. Shush'Al'Mundra's soul is the central soul anchor for the She Who Lights the World, the divine feminine Ein Sof, or Sophia. From her spiritual womb was born all the goddess women archetypes of the earth. As Shush'Al'Mundra, she established her temple in what was to become Lycia, Turkey. I believe that's the pronunciation, Lycia. The immense caverns of her cave run beneath the ancient ruins of, here we go again, Arykanda, Arykanda. It was in this cave that she initiated another immortal who was to become known as the god Mithras. The religion that Mithras spawned came from his teachings, but like the illumined immortal Yeshua or Jesus, he did not create a religion. This came after him by those seeking to teach the truths he offered to the world. The Mithric cult, especially the Roman version, bore as little resemblance to the teachings of the master Mithras as does Christianity to the true words of the master Yeshua. When you call upon Shush'Al'Mundra, you summon all those souls who carry an aspect of the universal divine feminine, which the soul of Shush'Al'Mundra has gathered into her light bodies through eons of time. Isis, Ishtar, Mari, the Virgin Mary, and then the Mary Magdalene, and many others who were once women, raised through veneration after their departure from this world to goddess status, recognizing the divine universal power they represent. During Shush'Al'Mundra's time on the earth, she and her priestesses dressed themselves simply in white robes. Shush'Al'Mundra did wear a scarlet robe in certain ceremonies. The ceremonies she conducted with her priestesses, and sometimes with people who came to her temple to be blessed, were also quite simple. Shush'Al'Mundra's role was likened unto the Sancta of Mu, the holding of divine presence. Her teachings were very much akin to the basic truths as uttered by such masters as Yeshua and Buddha. The honeybee was her animal symbol. The priestesses with Shush'Al'Mundra often wore a girdle with a golden threaded honeybee design woven into it. The spiral was also associated with Shush'Al'Mundra. In her mystery, she gave 8 symbols, which she called the symbols of contemplation. There was a 9th symbol that was hidden and would be revealed to the seeker initiate once she or he had received fully from the other 8 symbols. Both women and men were initiated into her temple, but these persons did not live there and dedicate their lives to serving it. They had homes and families. Only the Asuru priestesses were Shush'Al'Mundra's core inner circle. After Shush'Al'Mundra's departure, the Mundra Temple, as it was then called, developed other aspects to it. There were then both male and female priestesses in full dedication living there, although the priestesses held the most powerful positions. Their ceremonies became more ritualistic and the initiations more complex, but these changes all occurred gradually over a period of many years. During Shush'Al'Mundra's lifetime, the temple was a complex of mud and white plaster beehive-shaped buildings. A larger one was in the center, with several other smaller hive buildings about it. While the structures were simple, they were beautiful. The gardens of Mundra were natural and yet elegant in their pattern and choice of plants, flowers, and trees. Several fountains and channels of water flowed through it. The whole complex of Mundra was about 10 acres. This concludes the article that I wrote in 2006 on Shush'Al'Mundra. I really received no more information on her. But I wanted to begin this series with her because she really represents the consciousness of the divine feminine incarnate in this earth, possibly more than any other being who has ever incarnated in the feminine divine frequency.